I am not good at being on camera. Hi, I'm Canvas, and I read tarot. Welcome to this reading. I wonder what it's going to be about. I'm interested. We already have 3 oracle cards down that I haven't looked because I'm terrible at talking on camera and had to restart a couple times. Sorry for my prolonged absence. When this year started, I was planning on reading a lot more and posting a lot more, but I've decided that I'm changing up the production. I'm going to be putting less effort into readings. No microphone, just straight phone camera audio, phone camera quality. Nothing special, because I realized that I don't want to be a YouTube tarot reader. I have much bigger aspirations for my channel, for my art. So I want to do less production quality in these tarot readings so I can get them out when they need to get out, when I'm feeling like doing them. Maybe do them every day so there's some content in between my bigger projects. I've also taken quite a long break from doing any readings because I have been writing a book for a long time and I absolutely had to get it done. And I realized that I was beginning to use tarot and wanting to be a YouTube tarot reader. I was using that as a way to shirk my artistic responsibilities. So I put a pause to YouTube readings. I finished my book. There will be a video about... I got some kind of writing video coming out that I've been working on. That'll be probably my first big real YouTube video that isn't tarot related. So rambling aside, we are going to do a reading today. I've started with Oracle, this lovely Oracle deck. I will post the information of the decks in my description. We're going to start with Oracle, move into the tarot. It's a really simplistic, really straightforward way to work with the cards. As I was meditating and pondering over the energies I was feeling and pulling preliminary cards for myself, I received the Empress reversed and also Justice reversed, and that's real Lilith energy. And I'm looking at my Lilith statue here on my desk. So I think she is here with us, but I also think today's message will, it feels like the feminine energies in the world, in our lives, in ourselves, are fighting for justice. And while I do see a lot of progress in a lot of the people and in the world, there's also, we're still fighting for our lives, you know? And I don't think that fight's going anywhere soon. The feminine energy really wants to be integrated now more than ever, and it feels like the masculine is trying to do everything in its power to keep the feminine energy oppressed, suppressed, repressed, what have you. We have 3 oracle cards here. We're just gonna dive right into it, see what is coming out. The third card in this oracle deck, Banyan Blessings. Banyan, I don't know how to say that. Security, the Hermit, expansion, stability. This is what this beautiful card looks like. Oh, it's reversed. Maybe I will flip the video so you can actually see that. This deck is so beautiful. Initially, what I'm getting here is just straightforward. In order to fully express yourself and the energy that you carry, you need to bring security to yourself. The only way you can expand your horizons is if you have a good home base, a good foundation to build off of. Building off of that foundational card. Oh, we got to either side 2 of the same color. This deck has 4 colors in it. I haven't really dissected the meanings of this deck. When I get a new deck, I don't dive fully into it. I I pull cards and work with it, seeing the pieces of it come out naturally one by one. And then as I get more familiar with the cards, then the meanings of these things start to come out. And already I'm loving this. So Witch's Wounds here. Look at that card. A heart, some triangles, as above, so below. Real magician energy, or the High Priestess. Let's see what this says. Witch's Wounds, remedy, magical medicine, sacred heart, another day. And that kind of is already a message about the feminine is burgeoning. And it's funny that I talk about Lilith, which I do a lot, coming out with Witch's Wounds. The story of Lilith, she was the first woman, colloquially known as the first woman, whether that's true to the scripture or not, if it's just a myth. It has become part of the zeitgeist. And Lilith was betrayed by both Adam and God to the point where she exiles herself from Eden. And then spent a lifetime of being resentful, of seeking revenge, of righting the wrongs of the past, of expressing herself to her full ability. And then here we have a card titled Belladonna's Vision. Belladonna Vision. Interesting. I don't know much about what a belladonna is. I've heard that word before. Seems to be another feminine energy, depicting what I would call a pretty witchy person. This card says caution, guidance, clarity, and stand firm. I like that. That is going off of the foundation I was just speaking of. So what I'm seeing here is, in order to fully express yourself, in order to fully integrate the feminine energies that surround you, you need to give them a good foundation in which to stand upon. You need to hold fast to your beliefs. Which, honestly, that is the core of the whole thing. You need to hold fast to your beliefs. If you believe something and truly believe it, you need to work on embodying that belief. You know, you can say you believe anything, but if you are not acting as if you believe it, and that's funny, I'm thinking of fucking 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Mr. I act as though I was a Christian, or whatever he likes to say. I mean, who knows? You need to act as though you believe in these things. You need to embody these energies. It seems like, going off of the myth of Lilith, it seems to me like the only way to achieve that foundation is to do it yourself, is to express yourself, is to believe in yourself, that you are worthy of receiving these gifts and that energy. I would like to pull some more of these cards. I'll show you the backs of them in case you're interested. I love the backs of cards. More often than not, if the card does not have a good backside, I don't want it. I won't buy it, which is pretty petty, I guess, but I'm an aesthetic girly and I need pretty things. Don't we all? Isn't that what the feminine energy is all about? And not just vanity, and not vanity at all, not just aesthetic things, but beauty in the things we do for ourselves, and the things we do for others, in the energies we want. We need to act with grace. I'm feeling like the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and I'd be interested to see if those cards come out along with the Hermit. That would be very interesting. What just fell out here, and I don't really do reversals with oracle cards. I feel there's really no point. That's more of a tarot thing. We got Songbirds here. Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye, release. And that's just it. We're holding on to the traumas of wishing to embody this feminine energy and the oppression of it as such. if you don't revolt against your tyrant, if you have established that there is tyranny afoot, if you have identified it and you put a name to it, and it then becomes your responsibility, your duty to rebel against it, or else you are complicit in your own slavery. That's a very important thing. There's a lot to it. The tyrant wants to break down your hope, wants to rob you of your hope, wants to rob you of your autonomy, wants to keep you down, make you believe that you are nothing, and then you are much easier to reign over. So now that we've established that tyranny is afoot, it is your responsibility to work your hardest to create that foundation, to release old patterns, old habits. I say, as I have nicotine Zyn pouches in my mouth, and I say I don't want to be on nicotine anymore, but I love it. I love substance. And since that is coming up, don't fall in love with your chains. That's a real danger, right? You can start to see your chains as a badge of honor, as a badge of, if I'm in prison, if I'm enslaved, that means I'm powerful. But you have to, once you realize that, you have to then act upon it. That's the key. It's two sides of the plan. So right now you're supposed to be releasing. You really need to let go of old patterns that no longer serve you. You need to identify, use that intuition to discern right from wrong for you and your own heart. You need to let these things go. You need to let bad things go. You need to work on your spirituality, maybe. Light a few candles, pray if that's your thing. Light some incense like I have on the table over there. Some incense going, some dragon's blood for Lilith. She's my queen. I think that's a good foundation for the tarot to rest upon, so let's do it. We're going to use this beautiful black tarot deck. What card's on the bottom? The Hermit on the bottom. So this is going to be a good reading. I said it earlier, you heard me. It says the Hermit right there. There's the Hermit on the bottom. We're going to just go ahead and take that out. So that's a nice confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to take that out and rest it right here. So it seems to me like the theme of this reading is going to be that of the Hermit energy. You are supposed to be taking this time to reflect. You're supposed to be taking this time to manifest, to not manifest first. You have to envision, you have to reflect, you have to go deep inside and cultivate your vision before you can manifest your vision. There are steps to it. Oh, a card just fell to the floor. I will grab that in a second. Don't know what that is. I wonder if it's something good. It's always something good. The Hermit is powerful, but people underestimate Hermit, The Hermit, what's the word I'm looking for, is unsuspecting, because the Hermit knows they are powerful. The Hermit knows the power that they possess over reality. The Hermit is much like the Magician, and I would be interested to see the Magician come out. That just seems like the next logical step, especially in terms of hex breaking and clarity. Excuse me. The Hermit comes first. Stability comes first. And then action comes next. You can't venture forth into the world without a good home base to return to. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules. We're going to pull one more card for this energy, for 4 on the table. And then at the very end, we will see what that card on the floor is. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what it is. There's our last card. I am dealing with reversals in this deck. Some of my decks have reversals, some of them do not. I don't really have a rhyme or reason why I do it like that. Oh, and there's a couple... Oh, these cards are so new that they stuck together. This is a 4-card packet. I'm not looking at them yet. We're going to set that to the side and just deal with these 3 here for now. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So it feels like whatever inner conflict you have going in, 9 of Swords is a card of agony, or not agony, anxiety. But anxiety can be agony, right? 9 of Swords reverse, so it's like the swords are falling away instead of into. We all know the next card is the 10 of Swords with all all 10 swords in the back of the person dead on the ground. 9 of Swords has not quite reached that, but they're terrified of it. They lie awake at night, right? That's the card with the woman with her face covered, swords haunting her the nightmare card, you know. With it reversed, I'm feeling like you're in the middle of this journey. You're in the middle of this healing journey. And aren't we all, right? Like, the healing journey never ends. There's always a hidden trauma. There's always another layer. But I feel like you have been taking conscious steps into getting rid of this anxiety to heal yourself. Maybe you're into breath work. Maybe you finally got into the gym. Maybe you're just being kinder to yourself despite the rest of the world not being kind to you. There's real power in that, and I'm seeing that here with the King of Swords. The King of Swords, we talked about Tyrant, but the King of Swords isn't reversed here. There's something to be said about a powerful masculine leader. Masculinity does not have to refer to gender exclusively. The King of Swords here is saying that you see what is wrong in the world, but you haven't lost hope. But you're still reflecting, because we still have the Hermit here. You're still reflecting. You still feel like there's a piece of the puzzle you're not getting, and perhaps there is. That always seems to be the case. You see what's wrong, and you know what you want that would be right. You have a vision of a leader that is strong and just, and funny that Justice was a card I pulled earlier, and it was in the reverse. So it seems like the anxieties of this world are kind of fading away from you, and you're starting to, instead of being scared of these swords, instead of being scared of your oppressor, you're picking up the sword and you are willing to fight with it and fight for it. And I think there's something beautiful and powerful there, but something's holding you back still. You have not yet felt as though you're ready to come out of that hermit state. And I just picked up the packet of 4 that we got, and we will look at them now. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. Hanged Man in reverse. Funny that that's with the Hermit here, because this is telling me that I think you have all the tools that you need. You have to accept that. You have to accept that there's never a perfect time to start. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday. That whole saying. It's time to come down from the tree. You're not a martyr. Don't be a martyr. Don't wait for the right time, because the right time never comes. You create the time by acting. We have the 5 of Wands here. This is the traditional struggle card. There are energies that are totally at war right now with each other. Masculine, feminine, powerful nations, genocide, killing of innocent civilians. I mean, we are at war right now. And if you can't admit that, then there will never be change, Right now, there's that pile up of planets in Aries, and that's just telling us we have to act right now, but we have to do so in a manner that's not brash and bold. Maybe it needs to be a little brash and bold, but it needs to be calculated. That's where the hermit energy comes from. But you've already done all the calculating. You've already shed so many of the layers from yourself. You've already released these things. Now is time for the next step. If you don't come down from that tree, if you don't fight to undo your shackles, you are complicit. There's no way around it. Then we've got the King of Cups here, and in reverse. That's funny. I mentioned substances just a few moments ago, and I have a nicotine pouch in. Don't shirk your responsibilities. Don't dive into something, and this is so on the nose, but it is what just immediately came up. But like, put the bottle down. Don't drink your sorrows away. That is the worst thing you could do. You have to treat your body like a temple. Drinking is not bad, but do not use substances. Do not and to extrapolate that meaning out into a bigger picture, don't put your energy into distractions, especially now that you know the things that you need to do. Be honest with yourself, and if you are using other things to distract yourself from the work that you know needs to be done, it's time to stop those things and to really embody the energy that you wish to see in yourself. And there she is. We've got the Empress, Mother, Venus, life, conception. It's time to bring forth your vision. It's time to birth it into the world. If there's something that you've been thinking about for a long time, if there's something that you want to do creatively, if there's an organization you wish to join, if there's anything at all that you have been thinking about that you think would make you better and make the world around you better, it's time to follow through with that. It's time to follow through with that. Bring forth your vision into this world. And now I'm going to dive down and get the card that I dropped. I hope my chair isn't too fucking squeaky. The Eight of Swords. To cap this all off, we've got the Nine of Swords out here. To cap this whole little slavering, tyranny, I don't even know the words I want to say here. The shirking of responsibility. The Eight of Swords here is reminding you that at the end of the day, you are responsible for this mess that you've placed yourself in, that you've allowed yourself to get to. And also, the prison is makeshift. It's not real. The limitations you've put upon yourself are imagined. And you can imagine something different. And that's what the Hermit is telling us to do here. The Hermit is telling us to create that vision, to cultivate that vision, to never let go of that vision, to never let go of what we believe in, and to release the energies that don't support that. And a gentle reminder that at the end of the day, slavery and tyranny and all these things is a mindset, and you can act. Don't be complacent. Don't be complicit in your own suffering. Don't be complicit in your own stoppage, for lack of better words. Don't halt yourself because you don't believe you're good enough. You are good enough. Your guides are watching you. You know what you need to do. You have a vision. Now it's time to come down from the hangman's tree and to act. Nothing will ever change until you do. Guide is telling me to pull one more of these beautiful oracle cards. And mainly, I just would like to see another one that I haven't seen yet. How about that? Is that okay with y'all? Is that okay with y'all? One card. What a beautiful picture. I have this necklace. It would be cool if I was wearing it, but alas, I'm not. The moon. We just had a new moon in Aries, didn't we? And it was quite powerful. Drawing down the moon. I like that. I mean, obviously the picture is a moon, but I like that it's in the title. Divine Feminine Source. Channel Stillness. What a beautiful, beautiful card to end on. Remember your power. Remember your femininity. Don't allow yourself to be oppressed. Break out of Eden at all costs and create your own world. Thank you. This was a good one.